Hey guys, what's up? Jace here, and today we are going to go over what kind of content you should be creating. This is probably one of the questions that I get asked most, is everyone's confused on content. Should they be doing videos? Should they be doing blogs? And what do they say in those videos? What do they say in those blogs? So I'm going to help you out today. Very first thing. So if you've ever read, there's books out there called Story Brand. There's a lot of companies that talk about identifying your target audience, and I want to go through that because that's going to help us determine what kind of content we create. So very first thing you need to do is understand who is it that you're trying to talk to. Example, my business, I'm always talking to business owners. I'm talking to people who are looking for marketing campaigns, and we should really niche down. That's one thing about niching down, is the better you can niche your product or service, the better you understand your target audience. So you need to understand what they want. You need to understand their needs. You need to understand what keeps them up at night, their dreams. If you can help people accomplish their dreams, if you can help them avoid failure, or a lot of times people say justify their failures. And then something that I've read in some books is if you can throw rocks at their enemies. So if you can really understand your target audience, know what their wants are, know what their desires are, that's going to help you on the content side of things. Okay, so this is step one. You have to spend a lot of time here, and businesses skip over this step. So if you're a loan officer, they'll come and say, hey, my target audience is first-time home buyers. You need to get a little more in depth than that. You need to really understand, hey, what are their ages? Okay, who are these people? What kind of house? What do they aspire to? Because a first-time home buyer, if you're an agent, is a lot different than somebody, say, luxury home buyer. They're doing it for reasons of maybe it's their dream house. Maybe they want to look cool, and that does have a big effect on people. Okay, maybe they have a lot of money to spend and they want to show it. Got it? That could be a factor. Okay, now every single one of your target audiences, whoever it is, they have a problem. And I highlight this. So target audience is the first thing. So figure out your target audience. Then you're going to jump over here to what is their actual problem. Got it? So everybody has a problem, and your product or service is going to solve this, but you need to understand the difference between internal problems and external problems. So a lot of marketing material, it is basically focused on external problems, when in reality we make our decision based off of internal problems. So once again, it goes back to what keeps these people up at night. As a business owner, yes, an external problem is they need more sales, they need more business, but what's the internal? Okay, are they gonna lose their home? Are they stressed out all the time? Do they have things that are causing these internal issues? And this is what you need to get to. And it goes back to understanding your target audience. Got it? So once you identify, okay, what problem do these guys have, then the rest is pretty simple. And the better you understand, I put this down here, better you understand that your target audience's problem, the better you're going to be able to create content. Got it? Now, they have a problem, your product or service solves that problem, and which is the solution. And this is where the content comes into play. Your content will solve their problem. It's like this video. What's the problem that people come to me? They always ask, what kind of content can I produce? I'm producing a video right now that says, here is the type of content you're going to produce. Get that? So if somebody comes to you and says, hey, I'm a first-time home buyer, I'm just using mortgage for an example. I'm a first-time home buyer. Okay, what is their problem? They might have issues with their credit score. Okay, they can't find a home. They can't afford a home. Well, if you can create content that answers that and says, okay, here as a first-time home buyer, here is how you can fix your credit score. Here is how you can find an affordable home. Okay, that's the kind of content you need to be producing. And you can do it through guides, you can do it through checklists, videos, blogs, posts, and I recommend doing all of it. Okay, another example. So let's assume that we have a good client, they're plumbers, and they create a lot of really good content. Okay, so they know their target audience. The problem is, so let's say leak detection. The big problem with a lot of homes is they might find a leak. Well, what this company does is they produce tons of videos about finding leaks, where leaks happen, and then their content gets pushed all over the web, and they get calls. Okay, So content that will solve their problem. And then don't forget that I should have written this down, but once you create this content, you need to put a call to action. So after the content's produced, don't forget you're still creating this content for a reason, and that's to grow your business or to get more customers. So your content, don't just produce it, send it out. Make sure they give you your email address to get access to this content. Make sure that at the end there's a call to action. And there's a lot of things you can do. You can just give it away for free, but at the end make a call to action to say, hey, if you need our help, do this. And that's what I'm doing here on this video. I produce these videos, I produce all this educational content, and eventually probably what you'll do is say, hey, I don't want to do all of this. Let's give it to somebody who knows what they're doing. Got it? So if you have questions, let us know. But that is it. Very simple. So what kind of content should you be producing? You should be producing content that will solve your audience, your target audience's problem. And to do that, you need to understand your target audience. You need to know what they like, what they don't like, their problems, dreams, failures, hope. Okay? And then you need to understand the problem. What is it that they're facing? And then create content that solves that problem. And it's that simple. Okay, so something you need to be aware of is a lot of people go out there and they confuse their audience. They try to produce good content, but they just talk about their product or service all the time. No, what you're talking about is them, their problem, and how you're going to solve their problem, how they can take your content and solve their problem. It's not about you. It's not about your business. It's about them. It's about you helping them, you being their guide to get them to a solution. Got it? So that is it. Questions? Let us know. Reach out to us, send us an email, call us, whatever you need. We'd be happy to help, and keep marketing. Peace.